Gun Freak Nation. Wow. Y'all really show love. I want to give another uh, special shout out to Do Something Different. This brother has donated to me twice, 2 days in a row. The brother has blessed me. Do something different. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody that have donated to me. You know, cashed out me, PayPal me, super chatted me. I want to thank all of the mods. What up, though? But do something different. Appreciate you, brother. And also, I also want to say, somebody that claimed to be a long time subscriber wrote commented on my last live alone. Like, that motherfucker must have been like 10 paragraphs long. You said that I'm a Trump supporter and that you're going to unsubscribe from the channel. First and foremost, you say you a long time subscriber. So, of course, I fuck with Trump. Of course, in my opinion, Trump is better than Biden. Trump is a better president than Obama. Trump is damn sure a better president than Bush, the one that started that unnecessary, unjust Iraq war. So, to whoever you are, go ahead and unsubscribe. Matter of fact, I even blocked you because you didn't announce yourself when you subscribe. You ain't got to announce yourself when you leave. Matter of fact, I don't even know who the hell you are because I've never seen a comment from you ever before. So I can't miss somebody I ain't never met before. You feel me? So, you know, people is getting all in their feelings. Trump, he said that he was gonna clean up the shit storm that Biden created. He getting rid of them. And I'm not, you know, if you are illegal alien and you over here and you trying to better your life and you ain't on no criminal shit, man, hey, I feel for you. I feel for the underdogs. And I wish it was a way that you could stay. If you here to be a better person and to, you know, contribute to your community, I'm all for it, because at the end of the day, if you're a righteous person, man, we need all of the righteous people we can get. But for those people, you ain't got to be sorry, because it don't impact me or affect me one way or the other. What you sorry for? You know, I'm just getting it out there that my channel ain't for everybody. You got to have thick skin, because I'm going to always speak my mind, and what I think is right, hey man, you might think is wrong. I just think that he said he was going to do what he doing, and he honoring his word. I mean, we got some of them motherfuckers that's over here is criminals, rapists, murderers, and motherfuckers want to get emotional because they want to gather them people up and I mean them savages up and send them back where the fuck they came from. Then motherfucker, if you feel that way, you need to get the fuck out of this country too. Because that means you hate this country too if you want to live amongst rapists and murderers and pedophiles. Like they what they did to that little girl in Texas. But motherfuckers want, they gathering them up and all that. They need to be gathered up and really, truthfully, in my opinion, they need to be sent to fuck you time. The murderers and the rapists, you know what I'm saying? So, fuck them. And if you down with having savages and shit living amongst you, fuck you too. Fuck you too. So just like you didn't announce yourself when you became a subscriber, you ain't got to announce yourself when you leave. Get the fuck on. Good witness. Like Trump said, I want to clean the swamp too. And that mean all you wishy-washy motherfuckers that you know supposed to be down with the 2A, but you not really a 2A person. You not really a righteous person. You still got that fucking liberalism, and you know, a liberal or whatever. You still got that shit in you, man. And you know, figure out what you want. But if my channel ain't for you, this channel ain't for a lot of people. You feel me? I get a lot of hate, a lot of emails and shit, man. But I don't let that shit bother you. But you know, it is what it is. You know, I got good people like Do Something Different that supports the channel and donate. You know what I'm saying? That supports the fucking channel. You know, so I'm not gonna waste my time on people that really don't. You know, that situation don't even matter to me. I shouldn't even brought the shit up. But anybody that disagree with me, that sub to me, go ahead and unsub. Because I don't need you. You know what I'm saying? This shit right here, I do this, you know, because I'm passionate about it. I love telling people to get armed. You know what I'm saying? I love telling people to protect themselves and all that and shit. You know what I'm saying? And if you're against that, then you against me and you against everybody else in the Gun Freak Nation. So we don't need you. You hear me? I'm trying to read everything. Yeah, I saw that shit all over the news, man. You know, that's the problem with America. You know, everybody got their own opinion. Everybody, you know, a lot of people with sheep, they take what the fuck they hear and they go with it. They don't do their own research. And a lot of people is just being controlled and indoctrinated, man, where they hear something and they just take it and run with it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of ignorant motherfuckers. If you want to be an ignorant motherfucker, go ahead and be an ignorant motherfucker. Go ahead and do that. But all I'm saying is, my main thing, I don't give a fuck whether you're a Republican or a Democrat or an independent. My thing is, what up though? Do something different. My thing is, get armed, man. You know what I'm saying? Protect you and yours. You know. But a lot of channels be like, T, stay away from politics. And I'm not no political person. I'm neither one of them motherfuckers. Cause they if you ask me, the Democrat, Republican, I'm neither one of them. Cause both of them ain't shit, if you ask me. But it's something about the liberals, man. They just dirty. The playbook that they got, the fear, you know, I mean, it was two politicians that got unalived today. They still ain't caught the motherfucker that did it. This motherfucker's still on the loose, impersonating a police officer. And he took out, I think he got mad because the people he unalived, they were, I believe, Democrats. And I think they, from what I'm hearing, is no, don't take my word for it, but from what I'm hearing is that he got mad at them because they sided with Trump to get a bill or something passed. I don't know whether it was that big, beautiful bill they keep talking about, but yeah, he unalived a couple, and then he went and shot two more people, another couple. When I say couple, they were married. And he left and went and shot another married couple, but they live. Thank God they live, man. You know, if I have a disagreement over politics or policies or whatnot, man, we just got a disagreement. It ain't got to resort to no violence where, you know, you want to do harm. Now they trying to paint the picture as this murderer that's on the loose as being, I guess, a Republican or conservative or something. Nah, I'm hearing that he's a Democrat himself, and that he was appointed by Tampon Tim, you know, the governor of Minnesota. He was appointed. So make this shit make sense. He got mad at them. I guess he viewed them as traitors because they helped Trump, you know, they votes counted in getting a bill or something passed. And I guess he looked at them as traitors, man. Anywhere it go, the whole situation is sad. Two people have lost their life. They might have been parents. They might have been somebody's son or daughter. And because you got a crazy motherfucker that's pissed off and mad because they voted for a Republican bill or a Republican president bill, somebody was mad enough to unalive him. And that's my whole point when I said that some of these extreme liberals are dangerous. And this is why you should be armed, because he could have targeted anybody. If his mind was made up to go out and unalive somebody, man, it's some crazy times that we are living in, that we are witnessing. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't about this, it ain't about that. It's about do something different. Thank you for that donation. And I forget your name, my brother, but you hold on. I know you recently emailed me earlier today inquiring about the music. You was trying to find Dumb Freak Volume 2. I said, don't even worry about that because I got the new shit that's getting ready to drop. I'm just trying to I'm making so much new music that I am literally like, soon as I get the album, the configuration done, soon as I get it done, I got some new shit that I'm just replacing them and swapping them out because I want this album to be perfected, and it'll probably be other volumes because I can't fit everything into one track list or one album or whatever, you know, because albums, nobody buy albums no more. It's I'm trying to find the word for it. It's a compilation. Dumb Freak Music is a compilation, and it's gonna be dropping real soon, you know. But do something different. I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. I can't. Let me see. I'm trying to read these comments. It say that Savage. The damn had abortion clinics and on the kill list. Oh shit. Y'all be careful out there. You hear me? Be careful. I went live earlier to to thank you, you know? It said it was 3 separate shootings that happened today. One in Nashville. Wow. I ain't gonna lie, man. Y'all did say it was gonna be some shit hitting the fan yesterday, because it's Sunday morning now. So unfortunately a couple of people lost their lives, man. And you just gotta be ready. You know, be ready at all times. You feel me? Be ready at all times, no matter what. You know, because the minute that you relax That's when the shit gonna pop off. The minute you let your guard down, that's when all the shit gonna pop off. You gotta be ready at all times. You know, I love everybody. Here in God Freak Nation, we welcome everybody. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I support Trump. I don't agree with everything the nigga do. I don't. I don't agree with everything he do, but I can surely tell you that he's a better president than Biden was, than Obama was, and Bush. You know what I'm saying? Even though we might get sucked into this war that's happening in the Middle East right now, you know, and that would be fucked up. Because I don't want to see no American soldier lose their life over some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I just it just ain't worth you sacrificing your life. You know, so I hate when shit like this happen, and I hope we don't get drawn into that war that's going on. But it looked like from the history, it looked like this shit it could be mission creep. You know what I'm saying? This shit can snowball into yeah a outright full fledged warfare with the United States and Israel against Iran. Yo, I get it. Oh hell yeah, yeah. If she would have won, man, I'm telling you, yeah, we would really be effed up right now. You know, thank God Trump got it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not afraid to say that. I don't give a fuck if I offend you being a Trump supporter. I really don't give two fucks. You don't need to be watching this channel. You know, you don't need to be subbed to this channel. You know, but the funny thing is, I have a lot of people that sub to me that don't even like me, but they just sub to me. I call them confused fans. That's what they are. I mean, I could never, if I disagree with your philosophy, with your pop, you know, I'm not a political person, but if I disagree with your mindset, your way of thinking, I'm not gonna fuck with you. I'm gonna just live my life and keep on living my life. I'm not gonna be bothered with you, but you got motherfuckers that obviously don't have a life. They mad at the world and they just looking for a reason or an excuse to talk shit. Them no life motherfuckers. They ain't got shit else going. Because if you got your shit together, you're not gonna give two fucks about what the next man is doing or what the next man, whatever. You just you're not gonna care. It's always a broke motherfucker that ain't got shit going on that's hating. You don't never see successful people or rich motherfuckers talk about people that got less than them or not as successful as them. You just don't see that shit. It's always the motherfucker that ain't got shit that's hating on the next person that got something. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that into a political party, that's your personal preference. That's your personal business. But you got motherfuckers that, if you don't agree with them or side with them, they want to get mad and just do all kind of fuck shit, man. And to be honest, I don't care for people like that. Get the fuck away from me. Unsubscribe from my channel. The majority of the people that they sit back and they watch. They don't comment. They don't say, they don't say shit. They don't hit the like button. I see that shit in my my what you call that shit? The when you analyze it, it's an app. And that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. A lot of people don't want to fuck with me because you use too much profanity. But motherfucker, why the fuck is you continuing to watch me? Why the fuck is you continuing to be subscribed to me? I mean, make the shit make sense. If I use too much profanity, why are you still watching? But I have to, send my child in another one. Well, you know what? You still choose to watch me. Don't complain about it and rant about the shit. Unsubscribe. Block me. I just don't get how some people be. You know what I'm saying? Some of these motherfuckers I thought was my real brother. And they'll turn on you and hate on me. And motherfuckers wouldn't even know who the fuck they are. They met them or found them through my channel. Y'all don't even realize that a lot, and I ain't even know this. I inspired so many people to start their YouTube channel. And some of them in particular, now that their channel doing a little good, they don't fuck with me no more. Even though most people wouldn't even know who the fuck they are. They saw them because I put them on my platform. And it's fucked up how people can be. They'll turn on you. That's why I say it's hard for me to trust anybody. People will cozy up to you, call you your brother, talk good on you and all that and shit. And as soon as, they get what they want or whatever, exposure or whatever, fuck T. Then they allow people in their chats to talk shit about T. And I knew right then and there, I said, you know what? I can never fuck with you again. I can never ever fuck with you again. And I will not allow myself to be exploited and used. But as soon as you don't fuck with people, that's when people are, T ain't shit, man. T act funny style, man. That nigga, he funny style, and I've been trying to get on this live, and I don't just let any motherfucker on my live. I got to vibe with you. And then when I see you fucking with people that I don't fuck with, it make me look, you a grown ass individual, so you can do whatever the fuck you want. But I ain't got to fuck with you, and I ain't one of them type of motherfuckers, well, pick a side. That ain't me. But it's like, I can see when people really want to exploit a situation and take advantage of a situation and use you. I'm not going to allow my platform to be used. And if you secretly don't fuck with me. So if you don't fuck with me, I'm not going to fuck with you. And if that's how I feel, if that's what I sense, then I'm not going to fuck with you. Leave me the fuck alone. It's just that simple, man. YouTube is got some of the most fakest motherfuckers on this platform. In the 2A community, a lot of these motherfuckers is fakes and snakes. And I'm just keeping it 100 right now. And I don't need nobody to do a podcast or a live stream. And I'm not in no means talking about my brother Saint. That's my brother right there. And I love him with all my heart. I'm not talking about him. I'm just saying I don't need nobody. I'm crazy enough by my damn self to be entertaining to people. So I don't need, I don't need a bunch of motherfuckers or whatever, but it just hurts me sometimes when you think that person, stupid of me to really think that shit and motherfuckers will switch up on you. They energy just shift, man. But that's life right there. If I really gave a fuck and was in my feelings, I would be a little bitch myself. But I know how niggas is, and you cannot trust a nigga. When I say nigga, I'm talking about black, white, and every motherfucking color in between. Alright? Niggas move weird nowadays. But getting back to that, you ain't got to announce that you leaving the channel. I ain't about to cry. I don't even know who you are, because you ain't never left not one comment. That's another thing. When you got these haters, they don't never got shit to say. They don't comment on your videos. They don't like They don't hit the like button. But as soon as you do something or say something that they disagree with, that's when they want to rear their ugly ass head and talk shit. Get the fuck out of here. I can't stand a bastard like that. I will block your ass myself. Personally, I will block you myself. That's one thing I don't allow. I don't like all of the fuckery, all of the fuck shit, the fuck boys and the fuck girls. I don't allow that shit, man. You know, get the fuck on, or I'm gonna block you. You know what I'm saying? We can have our disagreements, but as long as you respectful, but you know, as soon as you get disrespectful, you out of here. People be like, well, T, just, you know, just, I ain't overlooking shit. That's just like a motherfucker coming up in my house and being disrespectful. No, you got to get the fuck up out of here. This channel right here, this is my shit. This is my house. So you can come and say whatever you want, but I guarantee you, you're going to be up and out of this bitch. For real. Do something different. Thank you once again for hooking me up. That donation. 2 days in a fucking row. That's a first. Is that a first? I don't know. I think somebody else did that shit too. You know, yeah, I feel you. Do something different. I feel you. Man, I appreciate all 24 of y'all up in this motherfucker. I'm about to jump off though, and I'm probably gonna jump back on, you know, later tonight. But this is about do something different, man. Thank you. Also, I want to thank all my paid subscribers that pay me that $2.99. I think it's like $3 a month. I got another beat collection that I am about to give y'all. Members only, volume 2. Okay? Then I got my Gun Freak music album, the new one. I'm probably gonna end up calling it something else. I don't know. But that's coming out real soon. As soon as I'm done, I'm making beats every day. I got the studio fired up right now, y'all. And I'm about to make some beats, and I'm about to start making beats live, probably on the other channel. But I definitely want to like leave in the comments, like if y'all want me to talk about a particular topic, or you know, I do got to get my ass back to the range. Y'all want to see some range videos? Believe it or not, my range videos don't do well when it comes to views. Everybody tends to like it when I talk about, you know, home invasion prevention, right? Everybody like when I talk about what's really going on in this country, how we got these savages amongst us, you know. That's what people associate me with, but it's a lot more to me. But I don't want to alienate anybody else, you know, because I believe in you protecting your life and your families. I believe in that. You know, I'm passionate about that, and I'll never ever stop talking about it, you know. And like I always tell y'all, religion, politics, and race, all that shit was put here to divide people and shit. You know what I'm saying? For example, motherfuckers say, oh, you support Trump. I've been a long time subscriber. I gotta go. Get the fuck on. But it's politics, right? People get in their fucking feelings. Race. People get in their fucking feelings. Oh, the blacks. Oh, the Mexicans, the Cubans, the Puerto Ricans, the Indians, the Arabs, You know, and people love to fucking point the finger. Has things all, you know, have things been good? Race relations? No. This country don't have a good history of it. But at the same time, get over the shit. You know, always remember the shit. Remember where you came from, but at the same time, you gotta let that shit go. You have to love everybody, despite the color of their skin. Love everybody. Have love. That's being righteous right there. You ain't out there committing no crime. You ain't out there. And when I say that, I'm talking about the real savages. When I say crime, I'm talking about motherfuckers that want to come up in your house, fuck your expensive shit, fuck everything of value. You the valuable. You the catch and you the fucking prize. We want you. We want your booty hole. We want your woman's mouth. That's what I'm talking about. Those are the savages. The pedophiles, the motherfuckers that's cruising the neighborhoods, going by the playgrounds and shit, wanting to, you know, a little child, motherfucker, I will rip your fucking nuts off my fucking self and, you know, choke you with your own dick and balls. That's how much disdain and hate I have for you. You a grown motherfucker and you want to violate a little kid? That's the worst of the worst, and you motherfuckers need to be terminated on sight. That's how I feel about that shit. Same thing with the rapists and, of course, the murderers. You know? So, you can't love everybody because everybody don't deserve your love. Remember that. You got people out there, they heart is full of hate. Full of hate. And they ready to unleash that on anybody they feel that's worthy of all that hate. And that's why I tell y'all got to be careful out here in these streets because you never know what type of crazy lunatic, crazy motherfucker you may, you know, cross paths with. You know, I want all y'all to make it back home to your loved ones. Make it back home to your family. Because believe this or not, it's somebody somewhere left their crib and they didn't make it back home. They didn't make it back home. Look at those politicians that got unalived today. And I think they got unalived at their house. This motherfucker went to their house impersonating a police officer. Even had a fake fucking police car. God damn. This motherfucker had a fake police car like it was one of them undercover police cars. Motherfucker had an AR-15. I believe it was an AR-15. They found, you know, ammo in the car, man. This shit, you cannot make this shit up. You would think this would be like a movie or something, a Hollywood movie, blockbuster or something. I just fear that we got some dark days, some horrible days. Hey, what's up, Carl? I just feel like this shit, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse, man. And I just need y'all to just heed my word, my warning. Keep your head on a swivel at all times. We didn't ask to be here. You know, that was up to our parents. You know, we didn't ask to be here. But now that we're here, we gotta protect our lives. This thing called life. Because once you're gone, ain't no coming back. You know, and that's a fact. It ain't no coming back. You feel me? That's what's up, Carl. You got to stay ready at all times. I'm gonna jump off for a minute, and then I'm gonna jump back on. But once again, do something different. Thank you for that Cash App donation. For all my paid members, I'm dropping members only volume 2, and then for the rest of my family, that new Gun Freak album is coming soon. It's on its way, and they royalty free instrumentals, beats. I want you, if you are thinking about starting a YouTube channel and you want music and you ain't got to be worried about getting a copyright strike or anything like that, grab the album, get the album, play those beats in the background while you do your gun collection videos, or when you do, at the range. Have GFN Gun Freak music playing in the background. You know what I'm saying? Rap over it. If you rap, sing, or whatever, do whatever you want. Now, if that motherfucker blow up and you become a millionaire or something like that, and it making millions, it only costs $10, and you getting 10 beats, right? So if one of y'all hit it big, then we gonna have to kind of, work something out, because you paid $10 and know you making millions. It's royalty free until you hit 1,000,000 copies. Then that's when we gonna have to work something out. All right, and that's when you can get the master and all that shit. All right, you can get the stems, you can get the master. We gonna figure this shit out. So it's royalty free up until you hit the when you go platinum. Break the boy T off. I'm the producer. I put the beat together. All right, break the boy off. So if you, yeah. I know this video will be played in court. if this shit do really pop off and become reality, yeah. But I love y'all, man. I definitely gotta do some range videos. It's a couple of guns I haven't shot yet, like that Mac 5. I got that Mac 5, about 4 or 5 months ago. 4 or 5 months ago, and I still ain't shot the bitch. And the PDX Chamberlain 5.56, I ain't shot that one. So I definitely got to get my ass to the range to break them guns in. You feel me? What up, though? What up? What up? Did they catch that killer yet in Minnesota? Did they catch him yet? Do you ever run tactical drills? Sometimes I do, and I have I guess I can call him my friend. I have a brother that was a Detroit police officer. He was on the streets for like 20 years policing. He was a Detroit police officer. So we did a drill at one of the locations, because now that he's retired, he do private security now, armed security. And we met up at one of the locations, and we was doing the drills and stuff, and I would clear a room, and he'd tap me on my shoulder. The tap was meant to be, damn, I don't forget what that shit meant. But I did drills. I just gotta do more. You know what I'm saying? But I don't live in a fucking mansion. I have a small house, a 3-bedroom house. And if somebody breaking my little ass house and I can't get them, then I deserve what I got coming. You feel me? I deserve it, because I know the layout of this small ass house. And all I have to do is just know that Funky Town Center is operational, that it's gonna work, that it's gonna go bang. That's all I needed to do. So it's not that complicated for what I utilize it for. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be over in Iraq or Afghanistan or Iran and stuff like that. All I need to know is that my gun work and a motherfucker break up in my house. You point, you aim, and you squeeze that trigger, and off the funky town, this funky ass gonna go. You know what I'm saying? But then again, I'm not against that shit either, because you may need to acquire some skills if when this shit really go down and really hit the fan, and we have a October 7th style attack, and you got motherfuckers in your neighborhood invading it and going door to door, kicking it in and going in and unaliving people, then you gotta be ready. And you need to know what to do. You need to know how to deal, tactically in a situation like that. Because in a situation like that where you got like multiple savages that's heavily armed, it's a fucked up situation. And I don't give a fuck if you got 200 guns in your house. If it's only one of you or two of you, but you got 25, 30, 40 savages laying in rate, you in fucking trouble. Because you are outnumbered and you are fucking outgunned. So in a situation like that, I would say definitely don't be trying to confront them. You better hide and lay low, create that death funnel. Any motherfucker that walk down that fucking hallway or come through this door, they gonna let them have it. Like they funky asses up. Neutralize that threat. But it's still a fucked up situation, because guess what? You in your house and they got you surrounded, they gonna smoke you out. They gonna firebomb that bitch. And you gonna have a choice to either suffocate from the smoke or die from the the actual fire, the heat and all that, or run out there and get gunned down. Run out there and hope that they take you hostage. Man, I saw the most fucked up shit on October 7th, 2023, October 7th, over in Israel. Damn, the battery about to die. I'm at the charge it. Them motherfuckers was going door to door. And some of the people in their neighborhood, they had safe rooms in their house, and they was running in their safe room, and they couldn't get it open. So what they would do when the terrorists couldn't get the safe room door open, they would burn them people up. They would set the house on fire. Yeah. Then I saw where people were hiding in the outdoor portables where you use the restroom. Man, they was shooting them and everything. And then when they was going into the shelters, the bomb shelters, man, they was throwing grenades in there. And then some of the people was trying to run out. And then when they ran out, they gunned them down. That was some dirty, evil shit. And if some shit pop off over here in America like that, what you gonna do? How you gonna react to like a gang of motherfuckers heavily armed with ARs and AKs, and they going door to door? That's some fucked up shit. And in a situation like that, you can't call the police. Everything, I'm just saying. Y'all don't believe me? Google October 7th attacks over in Israel. Them people was calling the police. Nobody came to their rescue. They was on their own. And of all places, you would think that Israel would have the best gun laws, but they got strict gun laws there. So a lot of the people didn't even have guns to defend themselves. Man, ain't that a bitch? I think they have changed the law since then, but yeah. Shit is crazy. And don't ever think that shit like this will happen over in Israel. That's why they having that war right now, man. That's why they having that war right now. October 7th is, I gotta plug my iPad up. October 7th kicked all that shit off, man. They kicked that off. When they murdered all them people over there, man, over in Israel, man. So, some people get mad at me for saying that. They're gonna say, well, what about all of the, innocent Palestinians that were killed and unalived, and and I feel bad for them too. I don't like nobody innocent getting killed over religion, politics, race. It's all evil. You know what I'm saying? I don't pick a side. I'm on the side of righteousness. I'm on the side of, you got right and wrong. I'm on the side of righteousness. So I'll never blindly just pick a side and just be, no matter what, nope. I can't be that kind of person. That's an ass kisser right there, a dick rider, somebody that blindly just follow a person. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for that. What's up? I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna jump off, finish this beat, and then I'll probably go live either, making another beat. But for those who fuck with me and fuck with the music, the beats and shit, that I'm gonna drop that album, and it's gonna be on all major, platforms where you can just purchase it. It's gonna be $10. You can purchase that motherfucker, or you can stream it. It supports the channel, and shit. I appreciate y'all. You hear me? But once again, do something different. Much love. I need to go over there on TMV and turn up. We ain't turned up in a minute. And I think it's a Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? I need to, I need to go over there on TMV Nation. TMV, Life for TMV. You feel me? Anyway, I'm about to jump off. I'll probably be back on later tonight. Once again, thank you. Do something different. I appreciate you. Much love. Look out for that Gum Freak album that's about to drop. And I already done took my gummy. But why you think I'm about to get off this motherfucker? You feel me? I already took my gummy. It relaxes me, y'all. Don't judge me. And it's perfectly legal here in Michigan. You can have a little gummy. You know what I'm saying? It's perfectly here in Michigan, Trust me. A motherfucker come up in here, he gonna get my gummy ass finger, wait a minute, that didn't sound right. He gonna get my gummy ass finger on the trigger, is what I this ain't Diddy now. I'm not trying to stick my finger up nobody's booty hole. Alright? I'm not trying to do that. Unless it's Cassie. Alright? Wait a minute, hold on, man. This shit about to go left. This shit is about to go left. Somebody got on me because I said in my last live that back in the day I would have went to a Diddy party. Back in the day, I would have went to a Diddy party. Hell yeah. I'm gonna be perfectly fucking honest with you. I would go to a fucking Diddy party right now, goddammit, if I could. I would fucking go to a Diddy party. Yes. Because let me tell you something. Obama them did all that shit with the morality and all that shit and making immoral shit, trying to make immoral shit moral, all that shit that he did. So now you telling me that you can't, they trying to persecute somebody for being a freak? I'm a freak is in Gum Freak, you fucking idiot. freak, gun freak. Don't think I was just talking about freaking your guns. Or, you know, like you got your sneaker freaks. Them motherfuckers got 1,000 pairs of sneakers. Well, we gun freaks, we love our guns. What I used to, I don't sold like 5 or 6 of them motherfuckers. I'm only listen, y'all. I'm so bad now. I'm only down to like 8 guns now. And the most guns I ever had, I think it was like 24, 25, like 25, 26. I think that's the most amount of guns that I ever had. And now I'm down to 8. And I need to be down to at least 4. But I'm not going to lie to you. These last 8 that I got, it's hard for me to give them up. Like that, like the Micro Draco, I don't think I can give that up. That Chris Vector, I don't know, man. If the money, that was a $1,600 gun. Because that's not a regular Vector. That was the enhanced Chris Vector. The one with the longer barrel, you know, and I just like the way the motherfucker looked. That's why I sold, you know, I had 2 Chris Vectors. I had the 10 millimeter and I got, that's the 45 ACP one right there. I sold the 10 millimeter, which I should have kept the 10 millimeter because 10 millimeter is more powerful than the 45 ACP, if you ask me. I mean, with the 10 mil, that's a fucking bear stopper, right? I should have kept it, but I like the way the 45 looked, so I kept the 45 because I like the way the bitch looked. But getting back to Diddy, some of you motherfuckers came to me and was like, T, how you rocking with Diddy and he did this and he did that? And he's such a freak. I said, motherfucker, wasn't you the same nigga that was showing me your wife's pussy? How the fuck is you gonna talk about Diddy and you busy showing me pictures, making me uncomfortable because I got a woman? You got a wife, and you showing me her camel toe. And I'm like, I didn't know how to feel. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to feel. And it's like, I don't want my dick to get hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it was just uncomfortable. And that's when it dawned on me. That nigga was a freak, and his wife a freak too. And niggas been freaks forever. Freakery it been here since the beginning of time. So my thing is, who they gonna go after next? They gonna try to dig Prince up. They gonna go after. They gonna possibly go after Rick James, the super freak. They gonna go after him. It's called culture, and R. Kelly. He wrong for fucking with underage girls. So that's different. But to have a party with grown motherfuckers who consent to this shit and they want to oil each other up with baby oil and all that shit, then let them niggas be freaks, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it. That's what I'm saying. We got motherfuckers now think that they can do shit like that. I'm like, no. You cannot get rid of freaks. If you are a grown motherfucker, a adult, if you over 21, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. And if they trying to regulate being a freak, then yeah, I will move up off this motherfucking country. It'll be a motherfucking civil war. People like what the fuck they like. Don't pass no judgment. It's some man, I'm going to tell you something. It's some man out there right now that want to see their wife, want to see their girlfriend fuck another woman, but I'm going to take it one step more. it's a lot of women, a lot of men out there that want to see their wife or they woman to be fucked by another man. They sitting back and watching it. Diddy was just so bold with it. Most men, they would have a camera, they be hiding in a closet, and they be peeping and shit, watching it, getting off on that shit. I'm telling you. And it's no judgment. I'm not saying I'm one of them. I'm not. I'm not one of them. I'm too jealous. But I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. And it ain't really no secret because I touched on this before. Every now and then, every woman that I ever been with, I always ask them about their, past sexual escapades. My mind wander off, and I always want, like every single one of them, I ask them what was like the like, have you ever had sex, and what's the wildest place you ever had sex in? Or what's the most freakiest thing you ever done? Just stuff like that. And, I ask them questions, what, this, that. And as they tell me, I visualize it in my mind, like a movie or something. She might say, well, I put, he put down my panties, and, he began to, spread my legs and, lick me and and stuff like that. Oh, he bent me over downtown, and, his office building. He told me to come, and see him on his lunch break. And he said, don't wear no underwear, just wear, wear the coat, but nothing under it. And I did it. She was like, I did it. I went down, and he threw me on the window and on the windowsill and bent me over and fucked me. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that, or I was at a freaky party one day. We was playing this little sex game, cards, and whoever lose, I gotta let a random person suck on my titty. Now I ain't gonna tell you who that was, but anyway, I visualized that shit in my head, and it turns me on, and then I have a little bit of anger, like jealousy, not anger, but like a little tinge of jealousy. But the vision of it, it just turns me on. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why I'm like that, but I've discussed this before, and there's a lot of men that do the same thing. So you're not alone. Like Michael Jackson, you are not alone. You know what I'm saying? You're not alone. So if I get off on something like that, imagine if you took it to the next level and actually have it staged and set up where you hid somewhere, or it's a camcorder or something, and you're filming it, and you actually watching another dude fuck your woman. Hey, no judgment here. I don't think I can ever do some shit like that. I don't think I could do it. But it's some people that don't have a problem with that, Like, for example, I'm gonna ask y'all, if y'all woman, y'all significant other, if she approached you and she said, oh, by the way, I have some sex tapes with, my previous, my ex-boyfriend, or, previous people that I was sexually involved with. Do you want me to destroy them, or would you like to watch them? What would y'all say? Would y'all say, destroy them motherfuckers because you don't need them no more, or let's watch this shit together? Because I already know I'll be like, shit, let me watch that shit. Give me that DVD. Let me watch this shit. You know what I'm saying? I would watch it. It's just, that's just me. What would y'all do? I'm waiting. What would y'all do? Would y'all toss it? Or you about to watch it and get saucy, so you can toss her later. I mean, I want to know what would y'all do in that situation. Nobody got nothing to say? I'm waiting. What you talking about? You can't say money for sex. So see, that's another thing. Let me say this: how they trying to get Diddy too. They hype. The charges is over. The charges is over. They overcharging them, and they setting whatever the word. They setting it up for the rest of us, so they can come after us. Cause nowadays, if you meet somebody and they live in another state, and you really vibing with them, and you really, fuck with them, and they fuck with you, and you like them, and you like her, right? All right. Well, you know what, baby? You ain't got to pay for nothing. I'm about to buy your tickets. I'm gonna send for you. Once you get here, everything is all on me. You ain't got to pay for nothing. I got you for your food, got you for your hotel room or whatever. That's if you don't want to stay with me. So the feds, they'll take a situation like that and call it sex trafficking and be ready to throw you under the jail. I call bullshit. So getting somebody to cross state lines to come see you, and you paying for their ticket, and you paying for, I mean, how is that sex? How is that sex trafficking? Them motherfuckers knew what they signed up with. Cassie, y'all can feel bad for her all you want to. She didn't deserve to get her ass whipped like that, but trust me, she was down with that fuck shit because she liked it, the lifestyle. She liked it, the money. She liked it, all of the perks. Every single one of them motherfuckers that was involved. They knew what they were signing up for. We talking about grown ass people here. And then some of the shit that came out that she was down with that. She was down with some of that freaky ass shit her damn self. So I don't buy that shit. Oh, but she was so scared. Diddy wasn't gonna do shit. Diddy ain't gonna risk losing everything on some dumb shit like that, man. Diddy is just a freaky motherfucker, freaky ass nigga. And I been knew something wasn't right with Diddy when them niggas first came out in the 90s. I said, man, nah, the way Diddy dancing and all that dancing, I said, nah, man. It's something ain't right about Diddy. And damn, what's up, man? I knew that nigga turned out to be a freak. Nigga freakier than me, man. Shit. Don't get me to talk about my past crazy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't get, this fucking channel will be shut down. You know what I'm saying? But Bieber, Usher was too, but Bieber or Usher ain't never came out and said that Diddy touched him or made a woman, rape him or anything. None of that came out. You know what I'm saying? Jennifer Lopez was with the nigga too, but she ain't came out saying he was wanting to, watch a nigga fuck her. You know what I'm saying? So I guess he chose certain people, man. You know what I'm saying? See, what y'all don't know is Cassie originally was Ryan Leslie's girlfriend. Okay? He discovered her and liked her look, and he was a producer, and he seduced her, and they was together. But then he introduced Cassie to Puff Daddy, because I guess he was trying to get her signed to his label. Puffy immediately liked her and basically took her away from Ryan Leslie. And you cannot tell me that if she really wanted to escape, she wouldn't escape. I don't think she was trying to escape. I think she wanted all of the perks that came with that lifestyle. All the women do. They knew what they signed up for. They knew what they signed up for, you know? Yeah, but I didn't need all them fucking guns. You know what I'm saying? My minimum gonna be at least maybe 3 or 4. So that means I got about 4 more to get rid of, but some of them it's hard to choose because I've had them so long. I don't think I can. I don't know. I might let the Galil Ace go. I don't know. I might let the PDX go. I mean, I got 3 guns as of now. That's chambered, and 5.56, and that is the Galil Ace, Maximum Defense, PDX, and damn, what's the bullpup? The Tavoy, the X95 Tavoy. All 3 of those weapons are chambered in 5.56. Then I got 2 weapons that's chambered in 9mm. That would be the SIG MPX-K and the Mac 5, which I've never shot that Mac 5. Then I got the Vector in 45 ACP. Then I got the Micro Draco and 7.62x39. Then I got the KSG, which is a 12 gauge. But listen, and I don't condone no man beating on no woman. He's a bitch for that. But at the same time, it was plenty of opportunities when Cassie could have just left. You know, it was her choice to stay in that relationship. And I'm telling you, she wasn't no angel, man. She dealt with all that shit because she wanted the perks, man. She loved the lifestyle, you know? I mean, she could have easily just walked away, you know. And I get it. Some people like, well, they was, Diddy instilled so much fear, I mean, it's just a fucked up, sad situation. But at the same time, 2, grown people consenting, hey man, it cannot, if they want to do some freaky stuff, kinky stuff, that's up to them. It shouldn't be, nobody should be prosecuted for some freaky shit, especially when everybody was doing it at their own will, That's all I'm saying. I mean, enough is enough. Are they gonna go and dig up Rick James and try to charge him? Is they gonna go dig up Hugh Hefner? Have y'all heard about them wild ass Playboy matching parties? The shit that was going on, the drugs that was being took. They was taking all sorts of drugs there. It was a lot of orgies that took place there, especially in that motherfucking grotto. But you don't see nobody trying to, charge them. You know, so my thing is, man, I don't like it when they beat up on one person, but then it's so many other people that's involved, but they get off, they get the pass, and I don't like that shit. I don't think Diddy did anything wrong. It's nothing wrong. It's nothing illegal having 100,000, bottles of baby oil. It's nothing wrong with, if I meet somebody and if I meet a couple and, they be like, we get off on people watching us have sex, would you mind being our guest of honor? I might, I might think it's a little weird, but I ain't never did no shit like that, so I might partake in it and watch this shit because I've never done that before. You know what I'm saying? Long as y'all ain't trying to, throw me in the middle. Hell no. So so you want to, because they had some freaky parties? Is that what this all about? I'm just saying over some freaky parties. What exactly is he being charged with? Because he threw together some freaky parties and had male escorts come to the party? Does that warrant him a RICO charge and they trying to lock this man up for the rest of his life? So who gonna be next? What if they listening to our conversations? What up? Some of the sick ass freak shit that you don't told me on the phone, nigga, and you got a nerve to be talking about Diddy with the disgusting pictures that you send me sometimes. And you got the nerve to go up against Diddy. But I'm going to leave you alone because I'm not going to say nothing because I don't want Gun Freak Nation thinking that you are really the pervert that you are. I'm just playing, y'all. What up, man? What up? Never had those kind of conversations and text messages, okay? All right? Okay? I'm sorry, what up? Hey, we bust each other's balls, right? Because hey. You know what? That didn't sound right. Because I was about to say you be on my ass, too. that don't sound right. Nope, I'm going to have to rephrase that shit. Oh, shit. This got me kicked in, y'all. My bad. What? What the heck? What up? Sex trafficking. The nigga only had one AR-15. How the hell is that arms trafficking? They found a 100-round drum, which is perfectly legal. They found the fucking AR-15. Matter of fact, it was the upper. It wasn't, or the lower. It wasn't even, the gun wasn't even complete. Then they saying, well, the serial numbers were scratched off. And come on, man. All that shit don't warrant a RICO charge. I'm telling you, man, they making an example. They already made an example out of R. Kelly. Now they about to make an example out of Diddy for being a freak. And I'm telling you, it should not be against the law to throw a freak off party. Damn it, I'm a grown ass man, and if I want to see my woman fuck another dude, if that's what makes my dick hard and I get off on that shit, then that's my fucking American right, is being a fucking freak. That's my right to be a freak. And if she agreed to do the shit, then it's perfectly fine. What two consenting adults do is nobody else's business. You would be surprised, all these freaks just walking around amongst us. I know that, what up, but they probably legally bought that motherfucker. So they that's what niggas do. If I bought a legal gun or something like that, I would shave the fucking serial number off too. Because if I have to use it, I don't want the shit being, tracked back or whatever. I don't know. It don't make sense if it's illegal in the first place. I don't know. But my whole thing is, all that shit does not warrant all of them trumped up charges that they trying to do to that man. Ain't nothing wrong with being a freak and throwing some orgies or whatever. If everybody consenting, then what's the problem? What is the problem, man? Your favorite rock star, guess what? They don't have orgies. Your favorite athlete, them niggas don't have orgies. Trust me. And they ain't being charged and trying to, get locked up for life for that shit. I know when somebody is being railroaded, and I'm telling you, he's being railroaded. Hell, I'd go to a freak off right now if I could, goddammit. I would. I swear I would go to a freak off. I'm not saying I would participate, but I wouldn't mind observing. I wouldn't mind spectating, And that's for the women. Let's get that understood, because some of y'all, you got some gay members in the Dumb Freak Nation. The reason why I know, because some of y'all done hit me up the email. And y'all know I got a woman, and y'all know that I'm straight. But you still shoot your shot. Especially the one that was liking it when I had the wig on my head. He said that I made him bust a nut on himself. I said, you know what? Good for you, but I don't swing that way. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? Man. But I'm not one of them type of men that get offended if another man, a gay dude or something, try to holler at me. I'll be like, man, I'm not that way. But hey, I get it. I may be attracted, but I don't go that way. I'm not one of those ones that, I'm gonna punch your motherfucking face in. I'm not. To me, I'm not homophobic. But man, I got some stories for you. Like one night, I'm gonna talk about the night when my security guard company back in the day sent me to do security at a gay bar. Man. Soon as I got to that motherfucker, the big guy, big right dude, a bouncer, he was like, I'm gonna warn you ahead of time. He was gay himself. Everybody in that fucking bar was gay. And and when I say, I don't mean it in a derogatory way. Gay people, I love y'all too. I had a nephew was gay, and a cousin, I think, was gay and stuff. So I don't hate anybody, but when I went to that motherfucker, they gay bouncer, big old 7 foot tall, 300-pound right dude, man. The nigga was gay. And he was like, well, they saying, why? He's like, they saying Jew? He was like, are you gay? I said, no, I'm straight. And he was like, well, look, you gonna get hit on. And I hope you're not the type that, get angry and want to fight if a gay guy hit on you. He's like, you gonna get fucking hit on. And, and I'm like, I'm good with that, And man, you know what? I'm going to talk about that situation in a future live, because that night was a crazy night. And the thing of it is, it was women, good looking, like beautiful, like, beautiful, big titties, big old asses. But they hated men. They was lesbians. They were gay too. I'm like, damn, man. Like, it was a gay dude and a woman on the passenger side. He was driving. He saw me, rolled down the window, smiled at me with his eyes, but I wasn't looking at him. I was looking at the badass woman that was sitting next to him. And I said, hey, baby, what's your name? And she was like, you look good, but, you got a sister? I said, damn, what the fuck? Man, some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen was in that fucking bar. But I'm going to save that story for another night. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, motherfuckers, I don't know. Just because you are attractive, a lot of people don't automatically assume that I'm gay, or I don't know what it is about me where people like I remember a few months ago I was doing a live out there at Meyer, and a motherfucker, being funny, talking about T, been with some men in your past, because I was talking about ramming on the live, and I'm like, motherfucker, why would you say some dumb shit like that? Just because I'm a pretty ass motherfucker, even when I was in my 20s, even when I was a teenager, I always have been a pretty sexy motherfucker. I was the best looking one out of my brothers, and I had 5 brothers. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to brag or nothing, but the truth is the truth. So people, I guess when you got a very attractive man, people just gonna, think things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I really don't know. But I love pussy too much. You know what I'm saying? Pussy hair. I love pussy too much, man. I cannot even picture myself with the dude, man. You know what the ultimate torture for me would be? I mean, I would rather for you to just cut my dick off, cause the most ultimate torture. Imagine this for all you straight men out here. Imagine this shit. Imagine some savages come in your house and catch you off guard, and they some gay savages, and they holding you down, got you tied up to a pole, and they about to torture you. But how they gonna torture you? Since they gay, one of them gonna suck your dick, and you can't do shit about it because you tied up to that goddamn pole, and you fighting that shit. And the motherfucker said, "No, motherfucker, I'm gonna keep sucking your dick until you come, because I want your fucking cum." So you tied up to a fucking pole. This motherfucker sucking the shit out your fucking dick. You can't fucking come because the mere fact of you got your dick inside of a man's mouth, that shit is fucking killing you. You're fucking disgusted. Let me go. God damn it, free me. Let me fucking go. And you're fighting this shit, and this motherfucking gay savage, because I'm not going to say fag because that's derogatory towards the gays, but this gay savage is sucking the fucking shit out your dick like his fucking mouth is a vacuum cleaner or something. He's sucking the fuck out of it. And you are all tied up and tortured now. No! Yeah, get your... No! You know what I'm saying? Because you're disgusted by just the visuals. You can't even pretend that it's a woman. You know what I'm saying? You can't even, because the nigga right there in your face sucking your dick. What the fuck is you gonna do in a situation like that, man? And they not gonna fucking stop. He not gonna stop until you come. How the fuck, y'all tell me, how the fuck can y'all, how the fuck could a nigga come from another nigga sucking his dick? Huh? How the fuck could that, that right there, That's some crazy ass shit. Ugh. But yeah, we got some. I said, you know what? Have a savage-free day and keep your head on a swivel. But I am not gay, sir. You know, I'm not. To answer your question, I love women way too much and love pussy and eating pussy. Pussy is like one of the, it's like God's gift to us. It's the creator of life, you know. Pussy is the most beautiful organ in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's juicy, red, smell good, fat, tight, silky, red, smell like roses and flowers and honey, and you know, super red, super tight. I love it. You know, eat it all night. You dig? And I just think it's a beautiful thing. You know, so it is what it is. But if you want to be a voyeur, if you want to have an audience or you want to be in the audience watching somebody be intimate, tell me what's so wrong with that. I mean, if you are a man out there and you get off on your wife or your girlfriend or watching them fuck another man, I'm not going to judge you. That's if that what turns you on, if that's your fantasy, then so be it. You're not breaking no law. Everybody involved is consenting. So let a person live out their fantasy. Let a person live out their imagination. I'm telling you, they blowing up out this whole Diddy situation. They're just blowing it up out of proportion. And what up? You know that he ain't do no sex trafficking. Them gold diggers was flocking to him. Diddy don't have to rape nobody, man. He's a billionaire. I'm not saying some of the shit that he did was okay, like the beating part, you know. But at the same time, it was also Cassie's choice to endure that shit and stick around. You cannot tell me that she couldn't have escaped if she really truly wanted to. The only reason why she left is because he left her. He dumped her. But in no way am I condoning the physical abuse, no, or the mental abuse. I'm talking about the freak offs, the hotel nights. I'm talking about that. If everybody is grown and consenting, what's the problem? I don't see no issue with it if everybody grown and everybody consenting. But anyway, y'all, you finally took a doc. Whatever. I don't really need to know that. And man, once they got Diddy, who next? Who next? Are they gonna possibly go after Rick James? Are they gonna go after James Brown? They gonna go after Prince next? I mean, you got to understand, like, the times that a lot of shit took place, man, that was the norm. Especially in the music business, that shit was the norm. You know? Just like in the 60s and shit, when you had the hippies and that shit was the norm. And I just feel like you shouldn't dig up a lot of shit and overcharge somebody. If anything, he need to be charged for them beatings that he gave Cassie. But as far as freak offs, I just, and the male escorts, the prostitutes, they got paid. I mean, hell, one dude, he was like for every per sexual session, he got paid $800 to basically fuck Cassie. Man, you can give me $8 and I would fuck Cassie. You know, you give me 8 cents and I would fuck Cassie. But this nigga was getting paid $800 every time he fucked Cassie. I would have fucked Cassie for free. For free 99. Damn it. There ain't no sex trafficking. That's just them paying for a bitch to come and suck his dick. That ain't no sex trafficking. All right? That's just like back in the day, I had a woman that met, you know, we met online on Facebook. She a Prince fan. I'm a Prince fan. Prince died. She was emotional. And she drove all the way from New Jersey and spent a whole week with me. You know what I'm saying? And we fucked every motherfucking night and day. You did? I don't fucking play around. Ha! But anyway, does that mean that I sex trafficked her? Even though my broke ass, I didn't have no money, I ain't even sent for her. She had to pay for, I think I did give her like $30 or $40 on gas. But she drove all the way from New Jersey. Okay? Is that sex trafficking? We had sex. You know? We had sex. But is that sex trafficking? I don't think so. So that's why I'm saying y'all cheering all this shit, but shit, it might be y'all next. You know what I'm saying? You can't charge somebody because you paying somebody ticket to come see you. How's that sex trafficking? When they're the one that want to come and spend time with you too. So what's wrong with me saying, hey baby, I'm gonna pay for your ticket? You know, and when you get up here, don't worry about it. It's all on me. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with that? I don't think it's anything wrong with it. But according to them, it's sex trafficking. It said if it's male escorts for sex in different state and say, I still can't read this motherfucking shit. Man, who gives a fuck? Don't you know prostitution is the oldest whatever the fuck, the oldest job in the world, goddammit. The oldest trade in the world. You know. So all that shit don't mean nothing. That's just some funky ass man-made law. If you want to buy some pussy and you willing to sell your pussy, then that should be up to the two parties involved. So now the government is regulating, you know, your pussy now and your dick now. You know, make it make sense. You a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't do that shit in Nevada and Las Vegas, you know, because prostitution is legal in that state. They got the brothels. You can go there and order whatever pussy you want. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I don't judge anybody, especially some of the very deviant things that I've done in my past that I'm not proud of. Like like being intimate with 28 women in 2 weeks. Okay? So who am I to judge anybody? I cannot judge no one. You know? Anyway, y'all, I'm about to jump off this motherfucker and I'm gonna jump right back in, all right? But I love you, Gun Freak Nation. Damn, I'm ear hustling, right? Yo, damn, man, this I just meant for this to be a thank you to do something different, and this motherfucker, I've been on like 2 hours now. You know what I'm saying? 2 hours. Lead Diddy, free Diddy, free Diddy, free Diddy, and leave that man alone, man. Leave him and his fantasies alone. Okay? Everything them people did is because they wanted to do it. And they got paid to do it. Cassie mad at Diddy because Diddy left her, dumped her. She wasn't complaining when she was with him, right? All right, that speaks volumes right there. And I do not condone a man putting his hand on a woman. Diddy was wrong as hell for that, but he's not being charged for domestic violence. He's being charged with a RICO charge, and it just don't, all of the facts, when you look at it, unbiasedly look at it, it don't add up to what they trying to charge that man with. Think about it, man. They already trying to assassinate his character by showing the hotel hallway beating video and just assassinating that man's character and all that shit that they talking about. It ain't got nothing to do with what he's being charged with. And I don't even know how the prosecutor got away with showcasing shit that ain't even got nothing to do with the charges. Make it make sense. Why would they show him beating up Cassie and he's not being charged with domestic violence? He's being railroaded. That's ain't nothing wrong with being a freak, because if it's against the law to be a freak, then you might as well lock me up now for all my future crimes now. But I'm out of here, y'all. I ain't never seen Cassie with no black eyes and no bloody lips. And I still say it's up to the woman. If she want to leave, then she should. If she make it up in her mind, she can leave. And if you in a situation where you can't do that, then you was already weak-minded to begin with. You already had issues. You hear what I'm saying? But I don't give a fuck. If you're a woman and you're watching this and your man get mad at you and he put his hands on you violently in a violent way, leave him right away. But most women that do that and the dude be like, well, baby, I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. They give him one more chance. And then when he do it that second time, shame on you if you decide to stay in that relationship, because you let him get away with it that first time. He already knew right then and there that he was going to be able to do it again because you stuck around. You got to make sure that your partner is a reflection of the person that you are. Like my brother David Parker said, I was on the live with Saint the Realist, and we was talking about relationships. And David Parker was like, a man's woman is the reflection of the type of, what type of man that you think you are, And it resonated. It just made a whole lot of, sense to me. Did in a relationship, you love the person for who they are. You don't get in no relationships trying to, get people to conform to what you think they should do or be. You love the person. There ain't nothing wrong with motivating and trying to elevate, but do that shit together. But also love the person for who they are by not, trying to change them. This is the person that you chose. That's why you can't really, at the end of the day, complain, because at the end of the day, it's the person that you chose. You pick who you choose, And Cassie picked who she chose, and that was Diddy, and she chose to deal with that shit. I wish I could have saw that shit. I wish I would have been there. You know, and when I say that, not the violent shit. I'm talking about the fun shit. And ain't nothing wrong watching people have fun. And if you freaky like that and want people to watch you have fun, hey man, ain't no judgment here. This is a no judgment zone right here. You know. Anyway, y'all stay armed. Stay responsible with your firearms. Stay righteous. And I'm gonna jump out, and then I'm gonna jump right back in. Okay? I love you, Gun Free Nation. She wasn't a sex slave. She did whatever Diddy wanted because she enjoyed the lifestyle. She enjoyed all of the perks of being Diddy's main girlfriend. Okay? I don't think he forced her to do anything. I think she willingly did it. She might not have wanted to do it, but she was trying to impress him. I don't have to watch the trial because I know that the charges is trumped up. You know what I'm saying? I know that they trumped up. Just like they did the same thing to Donald Trump. That was some bullshit ass charges. They just wanted to railroad him too, so they could call him a felon. So they think because he's a felon now, no one's going to vote for him. But that shit backfired big time. So it's a kangaroo court. It's no difference. It was the facts too with and Trump, but that don't make it. You know what I'm saying? It just makes no sense. You can't charge nobody for freakery. It ain't allowed. Just because something nasty don't make it bad. Okay? If it's nasty, just because it's nasty don't mean it's bad. Alright? It's some good nasty. No, some nasty food. Nasty smelling perfume. But as far as being nasty sexually, there's nothing wrong with that. You know? It's nothing. Nothing is wrong with that. This is the no judgment zone here, you know? Hell, I knew somebody that got paid to whoop somebody until they doo-dooed on themselves. And they got paid hundreds of dollars to take a belt and spank this dude until he shitted on himself. They got paid to do that. So yes, there's some freaky, kinky motherfuckers out there. Alright? And you better pray to the Lord Jesus Christ that motherfuckers don't ever try to break up, don't run up in your house. Cause you are shit, you already know what time it is. So you better have that motherfucking funky town sender locked, cocked, and motherfucking loaded. Cause if you don't, them motherfuckers gonna stick they cocked and locked and loaded right up in your asshole. So you stay ready at all motherfucking time. Before it be your last time. Because Satan is out there and he's busy. He's come against us. He's come against this world. Look what's going on in this world. We got multiple wars happening. We got protests and riots throughout the nation. What do y'all think is going to come of all this? Y'all don't ever think that what if this situation go left and the government just collapse and it's just chaos and disorder and all, just anarchy? How would we even live in a society like that? In a society where there is no police, when there is no law, there's no longer any law. I think it would be every man for himself. And the only, fighting chance that you will endure a situation like that, you're gonna have to be armed. Plain and simple. You have to be armed. Fuck the food. Fuck the medicine. Fuck all that. You got to make sure that you got a gun. That's the most important component. Because you're going to eventually run out of food, your supplies anyway. So eventually you're going to have to go take somebody else's shit. Because at that point, it's going to be do or fucking die. So you're going to have to go out and take somebody else's shit. I told y'all, only the strong in this future world, only the strong will survive. Same thing. You got all these millionaires and shit. Multi-million-dollar homes. And they deserve every penny of that shit. But you can have the most brokest, bombiest, savage. And he's more powerful than the most richest man in the world. You know why? That broke bum got a gun. All that rich dude got is money. So guess who really got the power? Even though money in this country is power, right? But ultimately, it's that gun, the bullet. Because that homeless bum, he's the most powerful man in the world at that point. So I'm telling y'all, if you don't have a gun, man, you might as well give it up. You might as well give it up. And I'm telling you, that day will come. And it's going to be hell on earth. You mark my words. Mark my words. That day will come soon, man. I'm going to tell y'all something. History says that every empire collapses at some point. A government will collapse. And it's going to be crazy. All of the different factions, maybe a civil war. I don't know. But I know one thing. I want to be on the side of the righteous. And that means I don't give a fuck what race you are, what color you are, what sex you are, what your sexual preference. I don't give a fuck about it. All I care about is, are you ready to do the right thing and be righteous and make a stand against evil, selfish people, against racism, against homophobia, against classism. If you against all that, then I'm definitely on your side. Because those are the things that divide us, And I just know it's a lot of good people, a lot of good, righteous people in the world. We far outnumber the wicked, evil people. You know, I'm pretty sure we outnumber them. But I'm just thinking, man, if that day was to ever come, man, shit would be crazy. You know, and it's gonna be every man for himself. Anyway, God Free Nation, I'm about to end this live and go over to my other channel, Life with T and V, and I'm probably gonna make a beat live or play some music or something. I love you. Salute. Free Diddy, because it's not against the law to be a freak. Okay? Free Diddy. What they doing to that poor man, they did Saddam Hussein the same way. They assassinated his character. They're doing Diddy like that. You got to be careful what you wish for, what up, because it just might be you next. All that freaky shit that you like to do, you better hope they don't come for you. Anyway, y'all, I'm up out this bitch, and yeah, it's man, it's the society, the fabric and the very fibers of the morality of this country have been on a decline, but I've never seen it this bad before, you know. And most of this shit happened up under the Democrat presidents. You know what I'm saying? Presidents that were Democrats. But the country is so divided right now, and um, I just disagree with a lot of what the left do. A lot of this shit is just immoral and it's not righteous. And anything that's not righteous, man, it got to be coming from the devil. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be coming from the devil. I want to go where the light at. And I'm not talking about the Republican Party. I don't fuck with them either. But I don't think they do the trickery and the fuck shit and all that devious shit. They ain't for that shit. You know what I'm saying? They not down with that shit. You feel me? Um, I do think they the lesser of two evils. Um, but they still politicians, man, and you can't trust none of them motherfuckers. They're gonna always tell you what they think you want to hear, and you know, it is what it is. But y'all need to get ready for that day. Hell, it could be some savages outside your window right now with a crowbar trying to get up in your crib. You got to stay ready at all motherfucking times. People are losing their lives every day, man. You know, dropping like flies, you know? No lie. We all got our day. I just, you know, I don't want to get caught off guard by a funky ass savage. I want to be here as long as I can be here, you know? If you know better, you do better, right? But I also know that it's a lot of savages in the world, in this world that we living in. And you just never know when one gonna come to you or you cross paths with one. And you need to know to handle yourself. You need to get that concealed carry license, and you need to know how to deal with that threat until that, you know, you put that threat down. You know? You gotta protect yourself. You gotta protect this beautiful thing called life. Because once you are gone, you gone forever. Ain't no coming back. You know? And it hurts me. So many people, and good people at that, you know, lose their life. over the most, dumb shit, or they just the target of a criminal. I want y'all to take care of yourselves. I don't want nobody to end up like Shannon Christian and Chris Newsom back in 2007, I believe, in Kentucky, where they got carjacked and kidnapped and took back to a crack house and was sexually, tortured. And the dude was, raped too, but compared to her death, he had it easy. And one day, I get so emotional, caught up in that story, that true crime story, that I've been hesitating in doing the video, because I what they did to that woman, that young woman, what she had to endure. This went beyond a sexual assault. This was sexual torture, what they did to her. And it was a woman, a female was involved too. So people are evil. To do that to another human being. So nobody can ever tell me that there is no such thing as a savage. They out there. And you just never know when you're going to cross paths with one. You need to be ready to deal with a situation like that. I tell you, avoid any type of confrontation. I don't give a fuck if they the one that started it. Turn your ass around, leave, get the fuck out of that situation before it can go left and somebody lose their life, lose their freedom, get fucked up, and it's just not, it's so not worth it. Walk away. Walk away, please. I'm about to jump off. Anybody got any questions for me? What's up, seconds count? And Mark Carroll, what's all good? Oh wow, so he got mad because they voted for that bill to eliminate health care for illegal aliens. Oh man. That's crazy. That's crazy right there. That's yeah. Well, I hope they catch his ass, you know what I'm saying? But he probably situations like that, you usually find them on the line where they just off themselves. That's how I usually end, but anyway, y'all, I'm about to jump off. Salute to every single one of y'all. Free Diddy. And I love y'all, Got Free Nation. Salute, baby.